Here are 5 herbs you can grow right away at home and never buy from the grocery store again. The easiest one to grow is at the end. Let's start with this one, oregano. It was one of my first herbs I had so much success with in the garden. Oregano is a perennial. It will come back year after year. It came back in my Chicago garden. It never died in my Houston garden, and it just dies back here in Nashville for a couple of months. Oregano is already full. We're in April. We haven't even passed our last frost date yet, and look at this plant. It's so prolific. If you have it in a raised bed, you want to prune it from the back so that you can keep it growing over the edge of your raised bed rather than coming into the interior of it. You can also grow oregano in your landscape. A lot of oregano will do great right in the ground of your garden space. So if you don't have room in your raised bed area, you can absolutely grow this in your landscape as well. It's going to be prolific. You can harvest from it again and again, and you're going to love never having to buy it from the grocery store ever again. Another super easy herb to grow is sage. Sage is so prolific in the garden, and it will come back in most zones. In the coldest areas, you may have to replant it every year, but in my Nashville garden and definitely in my Houston garden, it comes back year after year. I'm not even sure it died here in Nashville, even though we had 5 inches of snow this past winter. Sage is a wonderful plant to put alongside the edges of your vegetable garden. It is a natural pest repellent. It puts off a really strong smell. I can even smell it as I'm touching the plant right now. So it's going to distract pests, keep them off of your most important vegetable plants, and you can harvest from it again and again. I cut from the interior of these plants right at the base. You can root plants and grow some more, but you definitely want to harvest enough during the growing season to use fresh. Then you can easily hang these to dry and have sage all winter long. Thyme is another super easy herb to grow. It is so forgiving. It doesn't demand a lot of sun. It does not demand a lot of space, and it can easily hang right off the edge of your raised bed just like this. Thyme also probably will do fine if you plant it directly in your landscape. It's wonderful for a ground cover or for a plant that's right at the edge of your garden, as it trails really nicely and kind of acts like a ground cover. Thyme doesn't have a lot of special needs, and you can harvest from it pretty much daily. It'll keep growing back. You can root these plants to grow new ones, and thyme comes back year after year in zones probably 6 and above. In colder climates, you might have to replant, but when it's warmer, these plants just never stop growing. Next up is parsley. So parsley's in the carrot plant family, but it's different. It's a biennial. What that means is parsley wants to live at least 2 years in the garden before it goes to seed. That's good news for us because that means you plant it once, you can harvest from it again and again this year and then again next year as long as the conditions are favorable. This parsley has been in my garden now on its 3rd year. I planted it in 2022. It's currently 2024, and we had 5 inches of snow here in Nashville this winter. This parsley all came back. It's crazy. So you can grow curly parsley or flat leaf parsley. The curly parsley is going to last longer. It's going to be the parsley that comes back after the cold because it's got these nice Savoy leaves, and bumpy leaves protect themselves from cold weather a little bit better. Parsley is one of those plants you can harvest and use fresh, and then you can also use some, freeze it in ice cubes with some olive oil, and then melt them in the winter so that you have parsley all year long. You can also dry parsley, but I have to say personally I've tried it and didn't really like it. But you can see right now I've got plenty of parsley, and I was harvesting parsley all through the winter time too because of its unique properties. And as promised, this is the easiest herb to grow, and it's chives. Chives are the least fussy plant. They are going to be your new BFF in the garden if you've never tried them. Chives play well with pretty much any other plant. They don't need a lot of space. They don't need a lot of sun. They're fine if you water them or if you neglect them. Whatever you do to these chives, they're going to hang on and keep on growing. And the best part is chives put off a smell that distracts pests, so you can keep your greens and your kales and mustards and cabbages, keep those protected from pests during the times that it matters most. Listen, there is no reason for you to keep buying these 5 herbs from the grocery store. Oregano, thyme, sage, parsley, and chives, they can all grow in super small places. They can grow in pots and containers. They can grow directly in the ground, or they can work well and play well with vegetables in your raised beds. They don't take up a lot of space. They don't have a lot of tending needs, and their production is prolific. You're not going to believe how many times you can harvest from each and every one of these herb plants. So no more buying these herbs from the grocery store. You can now grow them yourself. If you want to know when to plant each and every one of these things, check out the Gardenary calendar. You can grab it at gardenary.com/calendar. Put in 2 dates for where you live. We'll tell you all the other planting dates that you need to know. And if you want to learn more about putting herbs inside your garden, I've got a video that you're going to want to check out. I created a beautiful and productive herb garden for under $50 from things I bought at Home Depot, and I documented the entire process. So if you want to plant all 5 of these herbs and a lot more, check out that video. I show you the whole step-by-step. So you can head to Home Depot or wherever you want to buy your materials and build yourself an herb garden right away. Tell me in the comments which herb you're the most excited about growing, and let me know what video I should make next.